Hasta la vista, baby.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Neil McCoy Ward. I think I've mentioned the channel before. 526,000 subscribers. Really enjoy the channel, to be honest. Really like the channel. Good channel. Good info. Clever fella. More general doom and gloomy, to be honest. And I made the video earlier on, who do you trust in a den of snakes? And then there's the video about the Online Safety Act and all the other measures that's being brought in by AI to surveil us and lock us down. And here's another one. So they've just unleashed something terrifying and it doesn't blink. So this is more technology to lock us down, control us, keep us in line. And it's very much the Terminator. It's the Terminator and the Matrix. It's literally the Terminator and the Matrix. So let's play a bit of this. We've got a robot dog now. It's nothing new, the robot dog, but there is countries been putting guns on the robot dogs. And it's what's coming down the line again. It's not just this robot dog. It's the Online Safety Act. It's all the other things mentioned in the video. It's like a shitstorm of shitstorms of all shitstorms coming down on us here. And the police dog's probably going to keep an eye on us. So, yeah, just total surveillance, total technology, total AI, computer-driven, no human person to make decisions. It's all going to get done by AI by the looks of things. Deciding whether you're innocent or guilty. I mean, heading down the road of Judge Dredd and getting rid of courts probably eventually. And the robot dog will be the purveyor of justice. So, let's have a look at this.
Just when you thought you'd seen it all, check out the latest addition to the UK police force. We are building this national innovative policy with a robot dog. This is not a joke. This is now being tested on behalf of the Home Office. Yes, firearms training, thermal imaging camera, room scanning, weapons recognition capabilities, and they can be using all sorts of different things in the future. They make it all friendly looking now, but just wait until it's got a rifle on the top of it. So the UK has just announced something straight out of a dystopian movie. Robot police dogs. They're pitching it as innovation and efficiency, but let's be honest here, this is about control. Because once these machines start patrolling our streets and enforcing the law without human judgment or accountability, where does it end, ladies and gents? So today we're looking at why this isn't progress at all. It's actually the beginning of something, in my mind, to be far more terrifying, because these are AI-powered, remote-controlled robot dog police officers. They're set to begin operational capability in 2026, and they're already...
So, very, very soon. We're in the August of this year, the 8th month. There's only 3 months left. Is it 3 months? October, 4 months left of this year. So, yeah, this is going to be rolling out soon. And again, everybody should now, through the Online Safety Act, the video I made before, the economy and everything, the control, the wars, la 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 la. You can put it all together. You should be able to put it all together to recognise that there's a fucking shitstorm coming here, and we're going to get locked down. We're going to have no fucking freedoms. We're going to be poor as fuck, and life kind of isn't going to be worth living compared to how we lived life before all this. So, if you can't see it coming, as I keep saying, and you're in a lot of trouble, to be honest. You're fucking going to walk right into the storm, blind here, blind into the storm. Now, anybody will tell you, anybody anywhere, will tell you, if there's a storm coming, right, and you're blind, don't walk into it. Do not walk into the storm blind. It's common sense. It's common sense, really.
Being tested right now on UK streets, equipped with night vision, thermal imaging, 3D scanners, weapon detection, AI facial recognition technology. Of course, the government's calling it developed surveillance, but I remember George Orwell calling it telescreens, and now they've got legs.
Comrades, this is Big Brother, and I am always watching.
probably a lot more advanced telescreens, but they say these machines can patrol dangerous areas without risking human police lives. They can chase suspects over ridiculous, very rough terrain. They can navigate stairwells, and they can even communicate through built-in loud speakers. The police say they don't get tired, they don't ask questions, and they don't hesitate. And that's precisely what unsettles me. A robo-dog doesn't ask questions. It simply follows orders. It doesn't read body language, tone, or intent. Its decisions are filtered through algorithms and camera feeds, a cold binary judgment of who it's been programmed to treat as a threat. Keyword there, programmed. The government claims this is going to save money and make the police more efficient, with reduced strain on short-staffed police and 24/7 patrols. Hold on, maybe they can get rid of the hate crime unit and all the online social media control measures units, and they might have more.
So, I mean, you've got to look as well. You've got to you've got to look and think about this in depth, because this is basically Terminator Mark 001. Right, then this can develop, this dog can get bigger, can get stronger, it can become other forms of technology. It doesn't have to be a dog. So this is Terminator Mark 001. But as you hear there, it's got facial recognition, but can look for weapons, do what it can do. It's the Terminator Mark 001 here. It's literally been rolled out. So this is the early development of the Terminator, basically. And it will get better, and it'll get bigger, and it'll become, as it says there, he says in this video, a robot dog can't really arrest people. So they'll have to get around that next. Once this dog is good at what it does, it identifies people, it can do all the things that it can do. But then let's make a better model that can actually arrest people. So there comes like a human form AI policeman in a way. It all develops, it all will develop from this dog. So this is it literally is Terminator Mark 0001. This is the first Terminator to be rolled out. And it will develop, and eventually we'll end up with the T-1000 liquid metal with fucking stabbing us all to death with fucking knives. Made out of his arms. I mean, that's a bit away, you know what I mean? That's quite a bit away, the whole T-1000. But Mark 1 is here, Mark 001 Terminator has been rolled out.
Manpower available. Wait a second, did I just say manpower? Is that a hate crime? I might say people power, police power.
Ignorance is strength. Freedom is slavery.
They also say this is going to keep officers safe from harm. Well, isn't that part of being a police officer, to step in when things go wrong? It's like when I was a soldier. No one ever said to me, by the way, this is a dangerous job, just so you know, when you go into a war or a war zone or a conflict and people are shooting at you, there's danger there, Neil. You just need to be, I mean, it's obvious, obviously. And there's also this huge potential for abuse here. Once this government starts using these robots, it's going to be very hard to roll it back, because it will be normalized. In effect, it will be a permanent expansion of state power to suppress dissent or protesters. The police have already used these AI drones with facial recognition technology this week, when they made 423 arrests at Notting Hill Carnival. Surprise. You know, so every second that they operate, they're scanning your face. They're recording your movements, mapping out your environment, and flagging suspicious behavior dictated by an algorithm. They say these robot dogs are about public safety, and they use the term as well, we're all in it together. And if you have nothing to hide, why would you mind giving up your freedom for the greater good? This is narcissism, what they are putting out. You know, In practice, though, if we look at it all, they are really about mass data collection under the guise of law enforcement. Because realistically, how are these tiny things expected to chase down and arrest criminals right now?
Well, they're not. So again, this is only Terminator Mark 0001. They will make better ones, bigger ones. They will develop the technology to the point that it's no longer a dog. It's probably a human. He could even get bigger and be like the fucking the big one on RoboCop. I forgot the name of it now. Ed 209. You know what I mean? You can make them as big as Ed 209 once you've got the technology and everything going, and it's very much a possibility. Like, all these films, RoboCop, Matrix and Terminator, were kind of warnings, to be honest. So was the book George Orwell 1984. We just took them all as entertainment, but really they were warnings of what the future holds, what's coming, and again, no one's going to like this. Thought crimes, you're fucking mislabeled by a fucking robot dog that shoots you to fucking death in the middle of the street, thinking you're some sort of fucking terrorist that you weren't. Who knows? Who knows what could happen? It's just more surveillance, more tech. You know what I mean? Total lockdown.
They're not, but they will be able to later. Robot dogs have been deployed in the US already, but there were concerns surrounding AI and facial recognition. And they also found that the technology was equipped with biases towards certain groups of people that the AI thought were more likely to be the criminal in the case or may commit a crime. Of course, that is not permitted in today's world, of course. In fact, just recently, US police used a robot to catch a man. In fact, check out this video here.
Like standoff where multiple shots were fired and one person was injured. 39-year-old Felix De La Rosa was wanted for a
so here we have Mark II. Here's Terminator 00 Mark II, slightly bigger model here. So yeah, by the time we get to the T100, it'll be human form, look a bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And yeah, that'll be rolled out against us. Big Arnold will be gone by then, but I'm sure they'll pay him his family money to use his image and roll out the T100 on us. Probably about the year 2040.
Parole violation. That's why officers tracked him to the hotel. But when he fired shots, they called in the Lubbock County SWAT team. At one point, we saw and heard him fire at a bomb squad robot. Take a listen. It sprayed tear gas into De La Rosa's hotel room. Initially, De La Rosa tried to fight the robot, even throwing sheets that would look like towels at it, but that didn't stop the robot from deploying gas. We watched as De La Rosa crawled out of that window and onto the ground where the robot pinned him.
In fact, if you look at what's happened recently in China, they have developed robot dogs to be equipped with weapons and used by the military. This is pretty scary stuff. You know, US companies like Ghost Robotics have unveiled and trialed rifle-equipped dogs despite promises from Boston Dynamics not to weaponize these robots. These gun...
Yeah, as if. They just lie to us and everything's about the military. Everything is basically declassified military technology, from the TV to your iPhone. It's all military technology that was eventually declassified and not needed anymore because we invented better things. So everything's kind of developed for the military industrial complex. That's kind of how we innovate, by making stuff for war. For war. So Terminator, yep, is here. The Terminator's here. The film The Matrix, any one of them, to be honest, even George Orwell's 1984's mixed in here. We're a lot of films here happening as we speak. And we are the victims of them all. So yeah, it's not good, and as you're seeing there, it's got a gun on it. It had a gun on it. So again, this is all a development of the idea. First they bring out the robot dogs, then they put guns on them, then they get bigger robots. And before we know it, we're completely policed by AI robots that can see through walls and analyze all kinds of things, your thought patterns, whether you're stressed, you know what I mean, and make decisions based on things like this. It's an absolute nightmare, to be honest. It's a nightmare unfolding right in front of our eyes for any single one of us. The rich not a problem. This is great for the rich, absolutely great, not a problem for them. But for us, this is a real shit show, to be honest. Nobody's going to be free. Nobody's going to like this.
Toting robo-dogs could become weapons of mass destruction. Have you thought about this? Have we not all watched Black Mirror? If not, here's a little reminder.
Yeah, forgot about Black Mirror, but Black Mirror episode as well. Yeah, I mean, Black Mirror is brilliant, to be honest. And again, a lot of the stuff it shows you could very much be the future of a lot of this technology, if in the wrong hands.
For you. If this exists elsewhere,
And trust me, it's definitely in the wrong hands here.
the UK can't pretend it won't happen here. It's a question of when, not if. We know that the House of Lords established an AI in Weapon Systems Select Committee back in 2023, but not once have they updated their development since then. And now, out of the blue, we find out there's these new police robots, and they're already underway. This sort of says to me, suggests that decision development isn't happening the way it's supposed to. It's happening behind closed doors without democratic debate or public.
Of course, because it's the plan. It's the plan of ages, the plan of the elites. You will not be consulted. The New World Order will be pushed through hook and crook. I keep saying this, and this you have proof of it all the time. And here's more. Of course, this will not be discussed with you. It's the highway or the skyway. You know what I mean? This is the future. This is what's happening now. It should be apparent to everybody, especially with the Online Safety Act and everything that's happening. It kind of should be obvious that there's a global agenda at play at this point, and that what the public want and democracy is not. It's a thing of the past. It's gone.
Input. It's not hard to imagine these robot dogs being weaponized without our prior knowledge. This has happened before. You look at all of the things that we've seen with the Snowden leaks and the tracing, track and trace apps, automatic number plate recognition technology, CCTV, facial recognition, or the Online Safety Act, all these things. The UK is the most surveilled country in Europe, and we're never consulted. So it's uncertain how much this is going to sort of continue, but I think it's going to continue.
It's going to continue massively. It's going to get real bad. Every facet of your life will be documented, regulated. Again, I keep telling you, and people won't believe it till it's here, but it's slowly creeping in on us. And here we have the Terminator Mark 001 being rolled out. Again, it will be developed. It will be made bigger, better, stronger, faster. More intelligent and better equipment on it. It will develop. This is Terminator Mark 0001. Terminator, the T100. Again, T100, Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was that model 100 here. There was 99 models before Arnold hit the scene. So, yeah, give it 10 years and Arnold Schwarzenegger will be beating the fuck out of us all here. The metal Arnold Schwarzenegger in real time. So it's a shit show, to be honest, but in effect, the Terminator is here now. This is the first Terminator. So yeah, get ready for the future. It's going to be a real fun. I'll leave it there. Peace.
I'll be back.